Let's pay homage to the Buddha by reciting Namo Tassa 3 times. Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. So now we are studying Abhidhamma. In Abhidhamma, we need to learn especially Pramata Dhamma, ultimate reality. Ultimate reality is 4 kinds: Chaita, Chaitasika, Rupa, Nibbana. Now we are learning Chaita. We have learned 12 Akusala Chaita. 12 Akusala Chaita, that is what we should not do. After that, we have learned 18 rootless Chaita. 18 rootless Chaita. 7 Rajato Akusala. 8 Rajato Kusala. 3 Kiriya Chaita we have learned. Now, after that, 24 sense sphere beautiful consciousness, Kama Vachara Sovana Chaita. 24. So first group is 8 sense sphere wholesome consciousness, Kama Vachara Kusala Chaita, great wholesome consciousness. So that is our wholesomeness. Whatever we do, dana, sila, meditation, volunteer service, sharing merit, rejoicing others' merit, listening in Dhamma, talking in Dhamma, giving respect, having a round view, everything is this Chaita. Kusala Chaita. Now also we are listening in Dhamma, or we are speaking in Dhamma. Among 8 Chaita, one of them arise within us. That is our Kusala. Kusala, which can produce good result. So that is 8. That is 8. When we are awakened, no sleep, 12 Akusala Chaita may arise. Also, this 8 Kusala Chaita may arise. One of them arise within us. That is our Chaita. So, result of this Kusala Chaita is next group, 8 sense sphere resultant consciousness, Kama Vachara Vipaka Chaita, or great resultant consciousness, Maha Vipaka Chaita. 8. That is the result of Kusala Chaita. So 2 results we have learned. Among 18 rootless Chaita, one group is a result of Kusala. Now this is also result of Kusala. So previous 8 is rootless. This 8 is with root. So result of Kusala is 2 groups. One group is rootless. This group is with root. With the root. So, if you have done Kusala mind, what is the result? Previous one, you have learned eye consciousness, ear consciousness, nose, tongue, body consciousness, receiving, investigating. So if you have chance to see good thing, to hear good thing, to smell good smell, to taste, to good flavor, to touch good thing, and that is because of good karma, because of kusala. Now, eight resultant consciousness is that is also result of kusala, and that is with the roots. There is a root. What is a root? Especially 6 kinds of roots. That is later we will learn. Lobha, greed, dosa, hatred, moha, delusion. That is a root, akusala root. Alobha, anti-greed or non-greed. Adosa, anti-hatred or non-hatred. Amoha, anti-delusion or non-delusion. That is a good root. Now here with the root mean is a good root because of result of kusala. So counting is the same as kusala, the same counting. So we should see previous one to count. Follow me. Somanasa sagadam, jnana sambayodam, asankarika mekam, somanasa sagadam, jnana sambayodam, sasankarika mekam, somanasa sagadam, jnana vipayodam, asankarika mekam, somanasa sagadam, jnana vipayodam, sasankarika mekam, ubekha sagadam, jnana sambayodam, asankarika mekam, ubekha sagadam, jnana sambayodam, sasankarika mekam, ubekha sagadam, jnana vipayodam, asankarika mekam, ubekha sagadam, jnana vipayodam, sasankarika mekam. So all are 8. That is the result of kusala. So according to feeling, if we count, somanasa 4, ubekha 4. According to wisdom, we count. If we count, jnana sambayutta 4, jnana vipayutta 4, 8. According to Brahmdead, Unbrahmdead, Brahmdead 4, Unbrahmdead 4. All are 8. So, why happen somanasa and ubekha? According to your object. If object is agreeable object, somanasa. If object is a very agreeable object, somanasa chaita arise. If the object is only just agreeable object, ubekha feeling or neutral feeling arise. Not bad object because of result of kusala. Only very agreeable and agreeable. Very agreeable and agreeable only. But how to differentiate agreeable and very agreeable? Yeah, Very agreeable is like a Buddha, Vijika Buddha. You see, that is we call very agreeable. Pagoda, like that. Something to eat, good food, that is agreeable. That is also especially for the middle person or middle class, middle beings, agreeable and very agreeable. So next one is what is the reason of Jnana Sampayutta or Jnana Vipayutta? That is quite important. Quite important. So first of all, we need to understand Vipaka Chaita, how to work within us. When we sleep, that Chaita arises. One of eight. When we sleep, sleeping mind is a Vipaka Chaita. We no need to create, we no need to do. That is a result of Kusala. That is a picture in the mirror. You no need to do. So when you sleeping, that Vipaka Chaita arise. So the same type, only one, not changeable. That is based on Kusala, which produce this life. So you starting points of your life, that consciousness also among eight, like you are sleeping mind. So the ending of your mind or last mind moments of your life also the same. So revert the linking consciousness starting point. Now you are sleeping mind. Later you will die with that consciousness. So in three situations, this consciousness can arise. Another type is you may not know after jhana, according to mind process, 7 jhana, sometimes some consciousness arise. We call the Dadaramana. Dadaramana also this Vipaka arise. So that is for the beginners. You may not know, but you can know you are sleeping mind is this consciousness. Among one of eight. Maybe with wisdom or without wisdom. Maybe with the pleasant feeling or with a neutral feeling. Or maybe prompted or unprompted. Yeah. So if with the pleasant feeling, maybe you are easy to happy. We call it shallow nature. Have a shallow nature. If with a neutral feeling, that is not easy to be happy or to smile. To smile like that. So with the wisdom and without wisdom, how differentiate? So if your consciousness, like a sleeping consciousness, if it is with wisdom, can get jhana, can get some attainment like jhana, mega, phala. If you practice, but if you don't practice, you cannot know. When you get jhana, if it is sure, your mind is with wisdom. For those who reborn with wisdom, can improve in meditation until you got jhana. Because of this, once you get jhana, that at that time you can know you are reborn with wisdom. So asankarika, sasankarika, that is not so important. Only important thing is with wisdom or without wisdom. If with wisdom, you are three-rooted person, knowledgeable person. If two-rooted, no wisdom, only adosa, no hatred, amoha, alobha, no greed only. If so, you are two-rooted. Although you practice, cannot get improvement until you get jhana, mekka, like that. So two-rooted, three-rooted is two-rooted is without wisdom. Three-rooted is with wisdom. For the human, two-rooted also possible, three-rooted also possible. Another is non-rooted. No-rooted is like that. Those people are from the mother womb, no eye, like that. And totally eye sensitivity not arise within him, or ear sensitivity totally not arise within him. So no arise mean is not like that. After arising, because of something disturbance, disappear, not like that. Totally not arise. Some are blind from the mother womb or cannot speak well, very dull. Those people are, according to Abhidhamma, non-rooted. Non-rooted. So, for the human, three kinds of person possible. So now, this 8 resultant consciousness is only two-rooted person, three-rooted person only. That is because of what? Because of karma. Your karma is strong or not strong. Your karma is with wisdom or not without wisdom. Based on that, have to appear, have to reborn in this life. In this life. But if these 8 consciousness arise as a Dadaramana, that is mostly because of based on jhana. Based on jhana, sometimes based on karma, have to be with wisdom or without wisdom. But if you know and learned about that dharma, you may not understand these words. That is later you will understand. So, okay, resultant consciousness, now we finish. That is like our sleeping mind. Our sleeping mind. No need to practice. Just no need to practice is no need to create, because of result. But in the inside knowledge, you need to know. You trying to know what kind of consciousness arises within you when you are sleeping. Yeah. So to check such a mind, we have to go back previous life. Previous life, near that moment, with inside knowledge, we have to go. So what is the difference? Now situation, the sleeping mind is a result consciousness. That is very difficult to know. But previous life, in the near death moment, at that time, consciousness is kusala mind. Because of that kusala, we have to reborn in this life. So kusala mind is easy to know, very obvious. Sleeping mind is not easy to know, not obvious. Vipaka is very quiet. The nature of vipaka is very quiet. Whenever vipaka mind arises within us, that is very quiet. Like you are sleeping. When you are sleeping, even in yourself, you cannot know I'm sleeping, because of very quiet. So in the inside knowledge, we have to discern this resultant consciousness. But you no need to change that. Only you can change kusala mind. So next one is 8 since the sphere functional consciousness, Kama Vachara Kiriya Chaita. You can add Kama Vachara Sahetuka. Sahetuka. Sahetuka, why we have to add Sahetuka? Before have a Kiriya Chaita, that is a rootless. Now here is with the root. With the root. So can add Sahetuka. Sahetuka means as with root. Previous Kriya Chaita 3, we have learned in the 18 rootless consciousness, that is Ahetuka. So here Vibhaka also we can add Sahetuka, Vibhaka. Previous one is Ahetuka. Sahetuka means with the root. Ahetuka means without root. So Vibhaka is one. Previous one is without root. This one is with the root. So all are 18. Now Kriya Chaita, in the previous group, Kriya Chaita is 3. That is without root. Here 8. That is with the root. So counting is the same. Counting is the same. Somanasa Sagatan, the same counting. So what is a Kriya? Kriya is before we say. Translation is functional consciousness. But some people translate mere action. Just action, no result. In Pali, Kriya means no kusala. Why say no kusala? Cannot produce a result. Because of this, no kusala. Kusala have to produce a result. Kriya no produce good result. So no kusala. No vipaka. Vipaka is a result of kusala or result of akusala. Kriya Chaita is no result. So no vipaka. Kriya Chaita is no akusala. Akusala have to produce bad result. Kriya no produce a bad result. Because of this, Kriya is neither kusala, no vipaka, no akusala. Just action. That kusala mind is the same as that Kriya mind is the same as kusala. But what different? Only within Arahanta, these 8 arise. Arahanta pay respect to Buddha, listen Dhamma, meditating, kusala, Kriya mind arise. Like you also listen in Dhamma talk, that is a kusala mind arise. Arahanta also he listen Buddha's teaching. But his mind we cannot call kusala. Have to call Kriya. Now you listen Dhamma talk, you got kusala. That kusala is can produce or can reborn Deva life, human life. For the Arahanta, no more life. So, to become, to have a karma, just action not enough. Need to have a craving. Need to have ignorance. So, we are listening in Dhamma, we have a craving potentially. We want something like that. So that is one factor to become. For the Arahanta, he don't want any life. So no craving. Also, no ignorance. Ignorance means not seeing truly. Seeing wrongly. Seeing truly is seeing mentality, materiality. But that is seeing truly. Arahanta see like that. We are not seeing mentality, materiality. We are seeing this is a man, this is a woman, so seeing wrongly. So we have ignorance, we have a craving. Because of this, whatever we do, action become kusala or akusala. For the Arahanta, because of no craving, because of no ignorance, just action. So cannot get karma. Just action cannot produce a result. Because of this, his mind we have to call Kiriya Chaita, mere action, no result. No result. So that Kiriya Chaita arises within Arahanta. Within Arahanta. So now we finish 3 groups. One group is Kusala 8. Next group is Vipaka 8. Next group is Kiriya 8 or 24. This 24 is we call sense sphere beautiful consciousness. Sense sphere beautiful consciousness. That consciousness arises especially in the woeful state, human life, Deva life, especially. So now we finished 12 akusala chaita. That is also can arise within us. 18 rootless chaita can arise within us, except smile producing consciousness. Smile producing consciousness is for the Arahanta only. So 24 sense sphere consciousness, 3 groups, Kusala group 8 can arise within us. Vipaka group, especially our sleeping mind, dead mind, rebirth linking consciousness. A Kiriya Chaita is only within Arahanta. Within Arahanta. So now next one we will learn 15 fine material sphere consciousness. Rupavachara Chaita. Rupavachara Chaita. Chaita is a consciousness. Rupavachara is arising in Rupa realm or fine material realm. That is a higher place, Brahma's place. Brahma's place. So now 3 groups. One is a Kusala, the other one is a Vipaka, the other one is a Kriya. The same 3 group. 5, 5, 5. So 15. So first of all, we will count wholesome consciousness. Kusala Chaita. Repeat after me. Vitaka, Vichara, Piti, Sukhe, Kakada, Sahidam. Sukhe Kakada is 2 words are combined. If we divide that words, Sukha Ekakada, Sukha Ekakada, Ekakada, Sukha Ekakada, Sukhe Kakada. One A disappear because of combination. Again, Vidaka, Vichara, Piti, Sukhe, Kakada, Sahidam, Bhattamajjana, Kusala Chaidam, Vichara, Piti, Sukhe Kakada, Sahidam, Dutiya Jana, Kusala Chaidam, Piti Sukhe Kakada Sahidam, Tatiya Jana, Kusala Chaidam, Sukhe Kakada Sahidam, Chadauta Jana, Kusala Chaidam, Ubekhe Kakada Sahidam. Ubekhe Kakada is 2 words are combined. Ubekha Ekakada. If I combine A disappear. Ubekhe Kakada Sahidam, Banjama Jana, Kusala Chaidam, So all are 5. So first jhana, second jhana, third jhana, fourth jhana, fifth jhana, like that. So Prathama jhana is a first jhana. Second, Dutiya jhana is a second jhana. Tatiya jhana is a third jhana. Chaturtha jhana is a fourth jhana. Panchama jhana is fifth jhana. So first jhana is accompanied by or associated with Vidaka, Vichara, Piti, Sukha, Ekakta. There is a 5 factor in the first jhana. In the second jhana, there is a 4 factor. In the third jhana, there is a 3 factor. In the fourth jhana, there is a 2 factor, Sukha, Ekakata. In the fifth jhana, there is 2 factor, Upekha, Ekakata. According to factor, we have to differentiate first, second, third, fourth, fifth jhana, like that. So according to factor, 5 factor, 4 factor, 3 factor, 2 factor, and 2 factor, like that. So that consciousness is not normal person's consciousness. Only practitioner can get that consciousness. Normally we cannot get. That is in many sutta, that is we say higher mind, adhijjata, higher consciousness. Without practicing, cannot get. To get such a kusala mind, have to practice. So meditation, like that. The object of this consciousness is some meditation object. For example, 10 kinds of kasina you can practice. Earth kasina, Patavi kasina, Abo kasina, water kasina, Vayo kasina, wind kasina, Tejo kasina, fire kasina, Nila kasina, black kasina, Pita kasina, yellow kasina, Lohita kasina, red kasina, Odada kasina, white kasina, Akasa kasina, space kasina, Aloka kasina, light kasina. That is a meditation object. Have to practice. For example, white color paper, circle, have to see white. If you practice like that, later you can get such consciousness if you improve. So kasina object, 10 kinds of kasina object can produce this consciousness. So next one is Asubha meditation, formlessness meditation. By seeing dead body, we have to do formlessness. So if improve, can get this consciousness, especially only first jhana. Dead body can produce only first jhana. Second jhana, third jhana, fourth jhana cannot produce. So 32 parts, if you discern, body hair like that, liver, body parts. If you practice such an object, you can get first jhana. So another one is anapana, breathe in, breathe out. If so, you can get all 5 jhana. This is 5 jhana. That is also you can get. Now then, if you radiate metta, you can get until the 3 jhana. First jhana, second jhana, third jhana, fourth jhana, according to this counting. Until fourth jhana, you can get if you radiate metta. So metta is the object of this mind. Karuna, compassion. So you can get 4 jhana. Mudita, rejoicing. You rejoice others about others' success. You rejoice by seeing the person who is a success. So you can get 4 jhana. Only that. That is the object of this mind. 10 kinds of kasina, or foundness, or 32 parts, or breathe in, breathe out, or loving kindness, compassion, or rejoice. That is the object of this mind. To get this mind, you have to practice one of them. One of them. For example, I will explain about the Anapana. So if you practice Anapana, so if you can keep the mind 1 hour, 2 hour, 3 hour, later you can see some light. First of all, like a smoke color here. Later become white, later become very bright. Your mind absorbed that. You sit 1 hour, object is only one. The whole 1 hour, only one object. At that time you feel is a peace, very quiet, the mind not move, body and mind is a very peace. So that is we call jhana. Jhana is seeing closely, contemplating closely towards object. Only this object, not changeable, not easy to change. The mind absorbed that, no move, totally absorbed. The whole 1 hour, 2 hour, only this object. You can sit very quietly, very peacefully, very comfortably, or can see some brightness in front of your face. That is the object of this mind. At that time, within you, 5 factors obvious. One is vitaka. Vitaka means is putting or directing your mind towards this object. Always putting or making to keep the mind on the one object. So that is a vitaka. That factor within you have. That is one kind of mental factor. That is what we call jhana factor. Next one is vichara, sustained application. Sustain the mind on the object. Keep the mind or sustain the mind. Previous one is put your mind towards the object. Next one is sustain, to stay there. So that is a vichara. Next one is piti, joy. Piti is joy. You happy or join on that object. You are happy at that time because of joy. Yeah. So some people, everybody want to be happy, learn, go education, earn money like that. So after getting good education, after getting money, mostly may happy because you can use or you can feel, you can think I'm have a car, I have house. That is you can make you to be happy, but not so sure. That is not so sure because if you think some about not so good about the works or about the children like that, you may worry. Not so sure. But if you practice this meditation, if you got that situation, so surely you were happy. Why? Because of joy. Because of that factor. That factor arising within you. So because of this, you are joined with your object. You think this object is very good. So that is joy. Next one is happiness. Joy and happiness are very near. Joy is quite excited. Happiness is sukha. Sukha is just feel happily. Just feel happily. So mostly joy and happiness arise together always. But you can see fourth jhana. Fourth jhana is only sukha, no joy. At that time you will understand by comparing third jhana and fourth jhana. Third jhana and fourth jhana is differences is joy. Joy, having joy, not having joy, like that. So another thing is if it's something touch, By touching, you have a good feeling. That is only happiness, not joy. The other side, Chaita, are joy and happiness always together. In the scripture mentioned what is the difference. For example, you go to the forest, you are very hot, sweat come out. So at that time, you see someone opposite. He is after taking a bath, wearing the lotus flower. You see, oh, there is water in front. You happy, excited. That is a situation of joy. But later, you see the pond under the shady tree. That is also situation of joy. Later, you take a bath. You eat lotus root. You take a bath, swim at that time. Situation of happiness. So that is explanation about the happiness and joy. So if when you practice, you may get fourth jhana and third jhana. At that time, you can compare having joy and not having joy. What is the differences? So not having joy is more peace, not excited, not so much excited. Just feel happy. So that is a sukha. So at that time you have piti, joy, and you are happy. You have a sukha. You are happy. Ekagata, one-pointedness. Eka is one. Eka is object. Da is a state. The state of one object. At that time only you see nimitta. There's a light in front of your nose. So that is a one-pointedness. All consciousness are together. Pay attention together this object. That means a one-pointedness. So that is we call jhana factor. Different function, but they work together to maintain the mind to keep on one object. So if working together, according to group, we call jhana. According to one by one, jhana factor. Jhana means the power of these five factors. One is putting the mind towards the object, the other one is sustain, the other one is joy, the other one is happy, the other one is one-pointedness. Because of this factor, you can stay on one object long time. That is we call jhana. First situation you get. So that is a practitioner's mind. That is a kusala mind. Kusala mind is no fault. At that time, your mind is very pure, very peace, very comfortable, no fault. No fault. Not disturb others, not disturb yourself. Because of this, that is no fault. That is one characteristic of a kusala mind. Next one is can produce good results. If you can maintain that mind, if you create, you can practice again and again until you die. You can reborn Brahma world, better than human life, better than rich man, better than king, like that. So that is the nature of kusala, can produce good results. Good result. In the present, very peace. So that is noble person, stay like that. Noble person, originally they see about the body, nature, impermanence, dukkha, suffering, non-self, nada. They see like that. By seeing it like this, they are sometimes they bored or disenchantment. If so, they get jhana. So by getting jhana, they make relax their self. So that is we call Daita Dhamma Sukha Vihara, staying happily in the present life. So the Buddha stay like that, Arahanta stay like that, when they want to rest. And that is the resting of a noble person. If you want to rest, how to do? Seeing movies, eating all the crap, Snacks, eating snacks. That is a relaxation of ordinary person. Quite noisy, huh? Quite noisy. That is different, huh? So another relaxing you should get. Huh? You are relaxing is not so good. May have some faults. May disturb yourself. By seeing a movie, if greedy come out, anger come out, that is at least disturbing yourself. So that is not good. Can produce bad results like that. They are staying is relaxed, also no fault, can produce good results. So trying to get, the Buddha also encouraged Anatha Bindika, devotee of monastery. Just donating not enough. You should not satisfy with that. Actually, the Buddha wanted him to rise up. Donating also actually okay. Taking morality also okay. They already complete. Because of this, the Buddha encouraged. From time to time, you should get Pa-Auk piti, the joy born by seclusion or born from seclusion. That means as a first jhana, second jhana. You're trying to get a first jhana, second jhana. In the second jhana and the third jhana. So, if someone get first, second, third jhana, they have joy or happiness. They are happy. That happiness is born from seclusion. No need to see something. For us to be happy, something need to see, like that. Need to hear, listen, music. Need to smell or perfume. Need to taste good flavor. Need to touch something to be happy. So this happiness is you no need to see anything, no need to listen, no need to smell, no need to taste, no need to touch. A very seclusion, very quiet. That happiness is born by seclusion or born from seclusion. That is the Buddha say, Pa-Auk sukha, happiness born from seclusion. You should try to get like that. The Buddha encourage. So at that time, if we happy like that, sometimes to be happy, we have to do. We have to be suffer. Have to suffer related to sensual pleasure to be happy. You know, some people to be happy have to suffer. Means to earn money or sometimes have to suffer. So the boxer, you know, who do boxing, to get a win, they have to practice again and again. They have to run. So after punching other people, he want to be happy. So, but before that, he have to be suffer to be happy, like that, to be happy. So that is related to akusala. Related to akusala. After that, he punch other people. He excited, happy. That is related to akusala, to be happy. When you get such a jhana, you no need to do such a thing. So sometimes to be happy, that is related to sensual pleasure. Something need to eat, need to see something related to sensual pleasure. Even other kusala, for example, to be happy, have to have a happiness, but that is related to kusala, but happy. When you donate, you are happy. That is related to kusala. But at that time, you have to spend money or like that. Need to do something. Sometimes to be happy, have to be suffer, but related to kusala. For example, tomorrow I will offer breakfast, that they have to go to the market, have to cook, like that. So that is a suffering, but related to kusala. Yeah. So this happiness is just pay attention, that's enough. So, okay, that is a cheaper. Cheaper after improvement. Yeah. So the Buddha is like that. When he gave a Dhamma talk, sometimes people call sadhu sadhu. Only in that time the Buddha absorbed phala samapatti, phala absorption, resting. Within short period he can do that resting. Very, very fast he can do like that. Also, if you practice, if you improve, if you stay in the meditation center a long time, you become very clever about that. Once you want to pay attention, just close your eye, absorbed there. That is resting. Yeah. In the meeting also can do. If you don't want to listen, long time, whatever they do, no problem. Also giving long-winded, you are close your eye. After 1 hour finish, you get up very relaxed. Very relaxed. So, but what they say, don't know. That is the first jhana. So, to get a second jhana, how to do? About the first jhana, you have to do 5 mastery. Whatever you want to get, can get quickly or long time. 1 hour, 2 hour, 3 hour. According to your ability, you can practice. In the literature, even the whole day, the whole night, can do. Can resting long time. If you see movie after 1 hour, 2 hour, you may bored. That is if you practice, can enjoy even the whole day, even the whole night. The whole night. So have to do so far, to be fast. First of all, you cannot get easily. Although practitioner, after 30 minutes, after 1 hour, the mind go absorption. Like that. Later, you make faster and faster. Maybe after 30 minutes, after 50 minutes, after 5 minutes, after 1 minute, like that. Possible to get that absorption. So in the same way, according to time, can last 1 hour, 2 hour, 3 hour. Can increase. Can increase by practicing properly, by staying properly. So have to do, to be last, to be quick, to check jhana factor. Have to check jhana factor. By seeing heart area, have to check, have to combine base object. Object is a nimitta, base is a heart base. You combine in your mind. After that, in that place, you should see. Because if base object impinge each other, your mind arise. Vitakka arise, vichara arise, piti arise, like that. So in that place, you have to check vitakka, vichara, piti, sukha, ekakta, 5 factor within your heart area. So to check quickly, you have to practice. First of all, not so quick. One by one have to do. Later, to check quickly, you should have such ability. So in this way, you should practice mastery. So after getting mastery, whenever you want to get, you can get. How long you want to get, you can get. You can check 5 jhana factor, 5 jhana factor, whenever you want. After that, after getting such mastery, you can go next stage, next jhana, second jhana. Second jhana. So before getting mastery, you should not try to get a second jhana. You may lose even first jhana. After getting fluency about the first jhana, you should move next one. You should try to get. So how to get? You should practice to get a fast jhana. After getting fast jhana, you have to reflect that fast jhana is still near the enemy. Enemy is a sensual pleasure because of first stage. If you fall down, you will think about something. That is a sensual pleasure. Near the sensual pleasure. Also, first jhana is grosser than second jhana. Second jhana is more smooth, more peace. More peace. So, Vitaka is not good. Vitaka is still gross. To remove Vitaka is better. Only Vichara, Piti, Sukha, Ekagata. Only 4 factors is better. Like that. By thinking like that, by having a desire to remove Vitaka, you should focus this object on this object. If so, automatically your mind will remove Vitaka. 1 factor. Before 5 factor, now in mind, this factor is become despair, no arise. So only you can maintain the object only with 4 factors. That is a vichara, piti, sukha, ekagata. 1 factor, despair. No need to put the mind towards the object. That is quite gross, because putting the mind is quite gross. Starting point, need. Now, second situation, because of practicing, power of practicing, can maintain with the 4 factors. No need 1 factors. So remove vitaka. At that time, you may feel, oh, this jhana, this situation is better than previous one. More smooth than previous one. To control the mind more easy than fast one, like that. So vitaka also not have vichara, piti, sukha, ekagata only in your mind. Because of practitioner's power can remove vitaka. Without vitaka, can sustain the mind on the object. So that is the second jhana. Second jhana also you have to practice to get 5 mastery. To be quick or to be last, to check jhana factors, to get up according to time. According to time you determined. So that mastery, one mastery is the same thing to check jhana factor, not so different. So like 4 mastery. So to be quick, to be last, to get up according to your aiming in time, to check jhana factors, you have to practice. So after getting fluency, you're trying to get third jhana. So at that time, how to get? You go into the second jhana. After getting in second jhana, you should reflect. Oh, third jhana is more peaceful than second jhana. Vichara is sustaining the mind is still grossing. Another thing is second jhana is near the enemy of vitaka. Vitaka is enemy. Become enemy. Like that stage, like that. So if you, for example, now you are human life. Human life is surely better than animal life. But if you compare to Deva life, human life is not good. That is a lower stage. That is become bad life. So in the same way, if compared to that jhana, vichara is not good. Near the vitaka, grosser one. So have an enemy like that. So vichara is not good. Want to remove, having a desire to remove vichara. You focus towards this object. At that time, the mind has power. Whatever you aim, that is possible. Just aim enough. So you want to remove vichara, so your mind can remove vichara. So after a few minutes later, vichara disappear. You absorbed the object, but with no more vichara. Only you have a piti, joy, or sukha, happiness, ekagata, one-pointedness. Only 3 factors left. So at that time, the higher stage of piti is very obvious. Before not so obvious because of vichara. They are working together. Now only 3 factors work. Because of this, piti is very obvious. At that time, very happy. The highest stage of happiness. Highest stage of happiness in the worldly life. So after getting that jhana, you should try to get 4th jhana. So you go into the 3rd jhana. After that, you should reflect. Piti is still still gross, being gross, because piti is quite excited. If no excited, more subtle. Just happiness is more subtle. So piti is near the vichara, 2nd jhana. So that jhana is grosser than 4th jhana. I don't want that jhana. I want to get 4th jhana. I want to remove piti. Having such a desire, you should focus this object. After that, piti is disappear. Only sukha ekagata left. So your mind more stronger, more peaceful, more quiet. Only sukha ekagata. No more piti. No more piti. If so, that is the 4th jhana. Trying to get 5 or 4 mastery. After that, you should try to get 5th jhana. 5th jhana is how to get. You go into the 4th jhana. You reflect. Happiness is not so quiet. Neutral feeling is more quiet. Neutral feeling is more quiet. So don't want to get sukha. Want to get ubekha ekagata. Having such a desire, you should focus on the object anapana nimitta. So later, only ubekha ekagata left. Sukha is a disappear. Ubekha is a neutral feeling. Neutral feeling. Ekagata is only one-pointedness. So that is a more peace because of neutral feeling. Instead of happy, you can use very peace, like that. Peacefulness. But sometimes peacefulness is have to say happy, because ubekha santa odeta sukha maichewa basita. Ubekha is have to say sukha for ubekha because of peacefulness. Peacefulness. If you are peace, how to say? Are you happy? Have to say happy because of peacefulness. Actually, peacefulness is happier than sukha. That is a very quiet, neutral feeling. So that is we call 5th jhana. In this way, we try to get this kusala mind. We have to try to get. That is a higher mind. Higher mind, foundation of vipassana. If you want to go vipassana, at that time your mind is ready to go to do vipassana. In the sutta mentioned, Sode, pure, pre-ordered, transparent, maybe translation. Anengane, no, like no dirty thing, no defilements. Kamaniye is like ready to do, something ready to do. If you have a strong body, what kind of jobs come, no problem, I can do, like that. So at that time, your mind is very strong, very peaceful, very pure. Because of this, whatever you want to do, the mind is ready. If you want to do vipassana, want to discern about the mentality, materiality, the mind is ready. You can go to do vipassana. So that is such a mind. Such a mind is a kusala mind, no fault. Also can produce a good result. Result of this mind is a Brahma world. Brahma world. So this mind is for the practitioner. not for the normal person. For the normal person. If you want to stay in family life, want to enjoy by seeing, by listening, you cannot get such mind. You cannot get such a mind. So, to get such a mind, have to stay secluded place, have to practice. If so, can get another way about the life. So, next one, next group is 5 material sphere resultant consciousness, rupa vachara vipaka. That is a resultant consciousness, no kusala mind. But the same counting, follow me. Vidaka, vichara, piti, sukhe, kagada sahidam, Bhattama jhana, vipaka chaitan, vichara piti, sukhe kagada, sahidam, dutiya jhana, vipaka chaitan, piti sukhe kagada sahidam, tatiya jhana, vipaka chaitan, sukhe kagada sahidam, chatutya jhana vipaka chaitan, ubekhe kagada sahidam, panchama jhana vipaka chaitan. Yeah, that is a resultant consciousness. If you got a previous kusala, you can get as a result this chaita. For example, if you got first jhana about kusala, you will get first jhana result. That result will arise. No human life not arise, in the Deva life not arise. That result is arise in Brahma realm. They reborn with this mind. They sleep with this mind. Also they end with this mind. If you got first jhana, you will go first realm. Also, if you got second jhana, you will go first realm. First jhana and second jhana is a first realm. Because realm, sphere is only four layer. Here 5 jhana. So first jhana, second jhana is first layer. Third jhana is second layer. Fourth jhana is third layer. Fifth jhana is fourth layer, like that. So jhana counting is some counting counting in 2 ways. There is 2 ways in counting. One is until 4 only. This is 5 ways. In this book, we use 5 ways. So, but in the Far Meditation Center, they use 4 ways. They remove Vidaka and Vichara at the same time. So only first jhana, second, third, fourth jhana only. Vidaka, Vichara remove at the same time. Now here remove one by one. So counting is become 5. Some in Sutta, some mostly they use 4 jhana ways. 4 jhana ways. So that is a resultant consciousness, and that is a rise in Brahma realm as a rebirth linking consciousness or sleeping consciousness or ending consciousness. Not arise in the human realm, in the Deva realm, like that. So next one is Kiriya Chaita, functional consciousness, mere action consciousness. The same counting that is within an Arahanta. Within an Arahanta. Arahanta trying to get jhana, that is cannot call kusala. Have to call Kiriya. Why they don't get a result? Kiriya is the same as kusala, but not produce a result. We are ordinary person. If we get a first jhana, we will go to Brahma realm. For the Arahanta, got first jhana, second jhana, no go anywhere. No result. just to stay happily in the present life, to rest in the present life, like that. No results. So that is within Arhanta. Repeat after me. Vitaka vichara piti sukhe gagada sahidam bhatama jana kiriya chaidam vichara piti sukhe gagada sahidam dutiya jana kiriya chaidam piti sukhe gagada sahidam tatiya jana kiriya chaidam sukhe gagada sahidam chatauthe jana kiriya chaidam ubekhe gagada sahidam panchame jana kiriya chaidam. And that's the five is within Arhanta arise, within Arhanta, not for the normal person. That is so Kusala 5, Vipaka 5, Kriya 5, or 15. This 15 is fine material sphere consciousness. According to feeling, in the Kusala, feel somanasa feeling, pleasant feeling, 4, neutral feeling, 1. So in the Vipaka also pleasant feeling, 4, neutral feeling, 1. In the Kriya also pleasant feeling, 4, neutral feeling, 1. Pleasant feeling is a Sukha. Sukha is a pleasant feeling. Ubeka is a neutral feeling. So sometimes we count according to feeling. We don't count Kusala 5, Vipaka 5, Kriya 5. Sometimes we count according to feeling. So pleasant feeling is 12, neutral feeling is 3, or 15, like that. So sometimes like that, later we will learn about the PD, one mental factor. PD associated with the pleasant feeling. If so, that means PD associated with the 12, like that. So we finish this chaita. According to time, we should stop. If there is any question, you can ask. Yeah.
When we practice jhana, if we have more factors, will it make you confused?
More
factors. The first jhana, there's 5.
Mm.
So you need to go through one by one.
Yeah.
So will it make you confused?
No computer. At that time, actually, if you don't check a jhana factor, you have to focus only this. So actually, if you really go into the jhana, only you know this. We call patibhaga nimitta. Only you know this. You don't know other things. Even in jhana factor, you don't know. But after get up, you have to check. Now also we have the same factors. Now we are listening in Dhamma talk. Those factors have, but not so strong, not so obvious. But after getting in jhana, you got jhana, you suddenly check. The mind is a little bit, that is past, not present. Present mind is a checking mind. Anyway, you still have some power about the jhana absorption. Another thing is your mind can check past. That past is very near. For example, you have anger. Later, anger is disappear. Oh, before I have anger, I'm angry. Like that, you can check your factor anger. But when you know, I'm angry, at that time anger no more, already disappear. But you still can check past, like that. So that factor is originally also we have, but not so obvious. In the jhana stage, is putting in the mind towards the object, very obvious. They are working very evenly, or very strongly, even strong or united strong. Vitaka, Vichara, Piti, Sukha, Ekakta, they work together. The group of functions we call jhana, seeing closely, contemplating closely towards object. But one by one is a jhana factor. You busy is first of all you should check one by one. Vitaka you only check. After a few times you may need. After that vichara you check. If concentration is disappear, cannot check. If so, go into again jhana. Go into again jhana. After 15 minutes, 30 minutes, you can check again. PD, PD again check. So if you check so much, later concentration is drop down. So go into again jhana. After that, check sukha. Check sukha until you accept. You can accept. So sukha check. If disappear, concentration go again. Cannot disappear totally. Weaker because of checking a lot. So starting point, checking a little checking you should do. Mostly absorbing here is you should do mostly. Checking a little, absorbing is much. But a later part can do checking much. Because about the absorption you are become clever. So you have to do one by one. After that you should do again and again. Vitaka, Vichara, Piti, Sukha, Ekagata. Later you can see like at the same time. Once you see 5 factors after getting fluency. So slowly have to go. Yeah.
So still the portion of checking little is how little?
How little is actually not to lose your absorption. So that is for the beginners. For example, or 30 seconds or 1 minute according to situation. No problem if you believe I can do this again. No much problem. But have notice checking a little, absorbing much. Because that is a new one. If you check a lot, later to go into the jhana may not be so easy. So you can know yourself how much I should check. Only after knowing this notice. If you not believe to go in, you come back here, make longer, check a little. Yeah. Any question?
Good afternoon, Bante. With regards to sense sphere consciousness, is there a difference between associated with wrong view and dissociated with wisdom? If yes, there's a difference. What is the difference?
Associated wrong view. That is in the greed consciousness.
Correct.
Yes.
Thank you, Bante.
Associated wrong view is like that. You greed something. For example, you want to steal something because of you want something. So some people want to steal. They don't think that is akusala. They don't know akusala mind can produce a bad result. They don't know. If they don't know, they don't understand such a thing. That is they think like that. Stealing is no problem. If someone not find like that, so they think that thing is a wrong view, associated wrong view. Some people are like Buddhists. They understand about the karma result, but they cannot control their mind. They want to steal, although they know that is can get a bad result. So they are still stealing, still wanting. So those mind is without wrong view. Without wrong view. Yeah. We know about the karma result. That is a bad karma which can produce a bad result. But sometimes we cannot control our mind. We cannot control our mind, although we know. So like that. That is the akusala mind we know. For example, we want to eat a very tasty food, very good food, but we understand that is not beneficial for the health. For the health, just greed. Actually, if you want to eat unbeneficial, then that is just greedy. Greedy, that is akusala mind. Not beneficial, not good. Can produce a bad result, but we cannot stop. Still want to eat, although we know it is a greed. So that is a greed without wrong view. Greed without wrong view.
So, Bante, so when a person like in a wholesome consciousness, you have this dissociate from wisdom. So this person, at the point in time, this person understands the karma. But when he's doing this action, just that the wisdom is not with him. It's not different. It's not the same as the person totally has that wrong view. It means the prior one that Bante mentioned. Okay.
With the wisdom, without wisdom is understanding karma. Understanding karma is having knowledge. Especially we do kusala sometimes according to habit. Sometimes we do. Not knowing, not understanding about the karma. Some people are not listening to Dhamma too much, but anyway want to do to offer to the Buddha. Children is totally don't know about the karma result, but they want to offer something like adult one. They want to do. That is totally not have a wisdom. Without wisdom. So for us, we have listened Dhamma talks. We should understand, but sometimes we intentionally we reflect that is my good karma. So I should do can produce a good result. By thinking like that, if we do, that is surely with wisdom. So sometimes according to habit, according to flow, we do kusala, may not have a wisdom. May not have a wisdom. Just not having wisdom. Cannot say that at that time with the wrong view. Wrong view is akusala mind. So wrong view is beneficial. They are like that. They are going different way. That is possible with the wrong view. That is we are doing kusala is we are doing beneficial then. Totally cannot have a wrong view. If you are doing beneficial, then should not have a wrong view. Should not have a wrong view. With the wisdom, without wisdom.
One day, my question is, when we are asleep and we dream, so this is a resultant consciousness.
Okay.
So let's say if we cannot wake up, that means we pass away. So this will become our rebirth linking consciousness. Can it become our rebirth? Because when we dream,
cannot wake up. Why is a dream?
Like we fall asleep and we dream, and there are dreams, but we just pass away because maybe our karma stop already.
So
this will become our resultant consciousness, which is also equivalent to our rebirth linking consciousness. Is it the same?
So number one is I should say separately dream.
Yes.
Dream is awakened mind. Awakened mind. But mostly dreaming is you are before sleeping. Sleeping is you don't know any object. Have an object that is past object. Because of vipaka mind, result mind. Result mind is very quiet. Even oneself cannot know. So dream is you know something in a dream. So that is awakened mind. But before awakened mind, many sleeping mind. After also very sleeping mind. Awakened mind is very short. So not so obvious. Your mind is quite weak. That is also according to your dream, how much obvious, how much not obvious. So based on that, some mind process have. Some people are having to shouting, shaking. That is a quite obvious object, quite awakened mind. Some are just very little. Even himself, I should remember this after wake up. Later wake up, you cannot remember. So that is a very weak. Many sleeping mind, awakened mind is very little. So that is about the dream. That's the one thing. Positive way is another thing. Positive way is ending the last chaita. The last chaita of your mind. That is the same as a sleeping mind. Because of last, we call dead mind. Dead mind. After death, you reborn. That is the next one. Rebirth linking consciousness. That is you maybe become human into the mother womb. You maybe become animal into the mother womb. Or you may be Deva. If Deva appear suddenly. The starting point of his life is rebirth linking consciousness.
Okay, so dreaming consider a mind process.
Yeah.
It's a mind thought process.
Cognitive process.
So when we are actually in a deep sleep or is bhavanga, right?
Yes.
So because I thought that this dream-like state is if we dream of something become our karma nimitta. So we can actually, we are not careful, we dream of some very evil thing, we will straight reborn into that realm. So now you have clarified, okay, I understand.
Yeah. Dreaming mind is not produced by God. That object is some dream created by Deva, powerful Deva. If so, maybe right, maybe wrong. That is the one reason. They want to show wrongly. They want to show rightly.
So it's Mara, is it?
Huh?
So Mara is coming.
Mara or some Deva, not mentioned Mara. Some people are like that. Some story have they cut trees. So Deva on the tree angry. So first time he show the dream rightly about some events. First time, second time. So he become very famous. Yes, the dream is right. What happened really happened, like that. So later, about the big event, they were show wrongly. The person announced what happened like that. So the country very excited. Even the king prepared too much about that events because before he is always right. Now the Deva show wrongly. So not really happen. That event not really happen because the Deva show wrongly. So king become angry, kill that man who cut the trees. So because of this, some dreams are created by powerful Deva. Maybe right, maybe wrong. Another thing is because of our elements, some element in the body not balance. For example, if you sick so much, you may dream something. And that is one thing. Another thing is we call Bhava Nimitta, future events. Some people, especially who recite the Buddha's quality, some kusala, they always do. Those people can see some events for the future. So that can be true. That is true. So that object is appear in the dream. Another thing is what you have experienced. What you have experienced. You experience in the dream appear that object. So in the scripture mentioned about 4 reasons. One is experience produced by Deva about the future events or elements are not balanced. Yeah, that is a dream. So kusala or akusala is if you do killing, that is akusala. If so obvious, if you do donation, that is a kusala, possible. Mostly in the dream is just thinking, not do verbal action, bodily action, also not pain others because of very weak. So that is akusala, possible kusala, akusala, but you no need to consider too much. Yeah.
Okay, my follow-up question is, what about those people in coma? Coma, what kind of consciousness are they going through? Coma.
Coma is maybe don't know any object.
Yeah. So their mind
so
is...
maybe their mind is, mostly their body is weak. Our mind is have to arise based on our body, especially into the heart. So those people are sick, the heart is very weak. So the base of mind is very weak. If so, the mind is very weak. If weak, our mind fall asleep. That is we call Bhavanga mind. Very quiet mind arise within him. So sometimes he may know a little thing only. That is a cognitive mind. So mostly they are sleeping because of weakness of the body. Yeah.
Thank you.
Bante, sorry. Can I know, for excess concentration, what are the mental factors that this person may experience?
Excess.
Yes.
Excess concentration is 5 factors. 5 factors, like a fast jhana factor. That is our now in our mind also 5 factors. Since sphere consciousness, now we listening in Dhamma talk, 5 factors. But not so obvious. The mind is not so strong. Excess concentration is stronger than this mind. That is 5 factors. So to check excess jhana is excess concentration is not so quiet, not so stable or steady on the object. Maybe like the light, the flame, winded place. In the winded place, so a little bit shaking. Maybe you may know other things a little sometimes. The mind is still shaking. Absorption is totally your mind and object very fixed, no move. Just on that object, don't know other things. Fully absorption. Factor is the same, 5 factors. Yeah. According to consciousness, that sense sphere, wholesomeness, consciousness.
I'd like to ask, when in the third jhana, where you don't have the vitaka vichara, so do you still have the objects of meditations?
Yeah, object is the same object, Pratipaka Nimitta. This object is the same.
Okay, but when vichara, you are supposed to sustain the thought, right?
Yeah, sustain.
So when this is gone, means that the object is still there? Yeah,
object is the same. Join this object, or happiness, this object, about this object, one-pointedness about this object. And no need to sustain, like automatically, without sustaining, the mind can stay with the 3 factors because of power of practitioner.
Okay.
So without getting first jhana, second jhana, you cannot go there directly. Yes. But after getting first jhana, second jhana, systematically, you have some power. Because of this, without vitaka, without vichara, just join happiness, one-pointedness. With these factors, you can stay on the object. So in the scripture mentioned about the first jhana, second jhana, like that, one person is a friend of kin. So the other person want to go to the kin. He has to bring the friend of kin to go to the kin. So that is the first time. Second time, he don't need the friend of king. Himself, he can go. Like that means he can remove vitaka. Without vitaka, he can stay on the object, be already familiar with that object, like that. But starting point, we need vitaka, we need vichara. According to power of practicing, later we can remove some factors, especially grosser factors.
So my next question is the last thought moment before we pass away. Can we decide it? Our last thought, or it just come in natural due to our karma?
That is actually produced by karma. That object is produced by karma in the scripture mentioned. But some karma are so strong, some karmas are not so strong. Based on that, changeable or not changeable. For example, about the bad karma, if you have killing mother, father, arahanta, killing arahanta, disturbing Buddha, cannot kill some. Cannot kill the Buddha, but do pain can do. So that is one karma. Another thing is breaking off Sangha unity, especially that is for the monks. So if someone have done one of them, not changeable, because of very strong power, surely in the near death moment appear one of this object, cannot changeable. That is about the bad karma. So about the good karma is, for example, if you got Sotapatti Magga, surely you will have a kusala mind, Sakadagami Magga. If you have Anagami Magga, surely you will get jhana, although you not practice before. Because Anagami person, no attachment about to the human life, deva life. Because of not having attachment, near that moment, surely will get jhana. That is not changeable. So meaning is, if you got a Magga, not changeable. That is a sure way. Jhana is quite sure. If you have jhana, Magga is surely you not change, only kusala. Killing a mother, father, that is surely better than. Getting Magga, father knowledge, fruition knowledge, you surely will be good, not changeable, cannot fail. So jhana is can fail. Jhana is every time can break. But if you practice jhana, if you stay in the forest, always you practice. To lose not so easy. Mostly can sustain that jhana. Not so easy. If you got already jhana practiced, stay in the forest, suitable place, not noisy place. So because of this, I think jhana also can maintain. But according to scripture, not so sure. If maybe very painful or something, you may lose in the near death moment about the jhana. But at that time, we are Buddhists, we understand about that situation. Sure, the person we were trying surely. If we have practiced, not so difficult to go into. So surely we go into the jhana. So our body is weak, that is right. But our mind is very strong at that time. We surely will try to because that is the last situation. Last situation. Yeah, if a fast jhana. If cannot absorb totally, if so, before that excess concentration, if so, you will get a human deva life. So jhana power is cannot drop down suddenly. For example, some bhikkhus, some people go to the sky, fly in the sky because of jhana power. That's advanced jhana. So if they see something wrongly, attachment, for example, jhana lose. So, but you should not think they will fall down suddenly. they don't fall down suddenly. Meaning is a jhana, because some having not like aeroplane, you know. Aeroplane and something disturbs it, they fall down suddenly, all people die. So jhana, if someone loses a jhana, they are fall down very smoothly. Yeah. Still have a power, with a power, huh? With how to say, umbrella, like an umbrella. Yeah. So how to fall down like that? But some situations have, some situations, one ascetic, before he got jhana, such power, he can fly. But later, after seeing unsuitable object, has attachment, jhana lose. He may commit some offense, maybe about the sexual case. So at that time, someone follow him. That is a bodhisattva. Who follow that ascetic is a bodhisattva. Follow him. At that time, so he ran before he can non-cannot-flying run. So later, in front of him, like maybe ocean, sea. So no choice. He trying to fly. So but go into the water. So at that time, behind him, Bodhisattva understand. Oh, before he may get some attainment. Now he lose. Bodhisattva encourage him to practice, like maybe water casino. He practice water casino. He can fly again. So if someone lose jhana, if not commit a big offense like killing mother, father, like that, some offense although they have done, if they want to get, can get. If they really want, not so difficult. So he lose, he want again, he get like that. So meaning is in the near-death moment. Before that, if you have practiced, although we lose maybe from the fifth jhana, maybe fourth jhana, or second, third jhana, or first jhana, or excess concentration. If so, okay, at least we can get a human and our life. Yeah.
Just one more question. For those who have heart transplant, what that kind of consciousness are they having a new consciousness? Those who are having heart transplant.
Heart is a very big, very important place. About that, I don't have much information about those people, but I still have some thinking about the transparency about that, but I don't want to say. I don't want to say is something have a different idea I can imagine. So science, they don't know suitable thing or not suitable thing to do. So if we give some information, they may do some changes. That is very near about the life. So I think we should not say. No, we should not say. But heart is a very important place. Very important place is a very big part, main important among the body parts. Main important thing. Yeah.
Any more questions?
Okay. We'll do sharing merit. Repeat after me. Idame nyatinam hodu Sukhita hontu nyatayo Idame bonyam Asawakayam Vahang hotu Idame Bonyam Nibbanasa Pachayo Hotu Mama Bonya Bhagam Sabha Sadanam Bhajemi Tesabe Me Samam Bonya Bhagam Labandu Sadhu Sadhu Sadhu